Hi. So, this is the, 10th, 7th, whatever time I've tried recording this. First time's audio wasn't good. Last time, people interrupted. Let's hope it goes good this time, eh? This is Cupid, a visual novel. And, well, yeah. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain. It's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anything else in the world. He hates you, doesn't he? The whole lot of them despise you, don't they? Chasing you into the forest and gouging a hole in your leg. All because you smiled at their husbands. And you know what? You deserve it. You freak! You freak! You disgusting, horrible, filthy little girl. Didn't I tell you to stay away from them? You never listen. Serves you right for being the dirty girl you are. But you don't have to worry, my darling. It's alright. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side. My goodness, child. Whatever has happened to you? Oh, fuck her leg. A girl was slumped in the doorway, soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She lifted her head upon hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. She hobbled forwards, her bloodied leg giving way. Automatically, the priest rushed forward to steady her. Years of spiritual training had prepared him for the most unexpected guest to his church. He sprung into action. He ushered her to a pew and brought out some clean cloth and antiseptic, and began to bandage the wound on her leg. Sorry, need some water. Okay. Better. Yet throughout all this, he found he couldn't take his eyes off her. He would be gazing at the roll of bandages in his hand, deciding how to tie them, and then out of nowhere, he would be staring into her eyes. Even with all the mud and grime smeared across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. How old was she? 20? 18? 16? I'm getting some rapey vibes here, Father, for I have sinned. Her face was so young. The priest had long since aged past his desire for the opposite sex, but somehow, something about her enraptured him. When he realized his own thoughts, he quickly steered his mind towards other matters. My child, what happened to you? She seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. He looked at me. Looked? He looked at me, and he touched me, and then he started to kiss me. At first, the priest didn't understand. Then he realized with a jolt of anger what she meant. It was happening more and more often nowadays. The young men of France these days were spirited, uncontrollable ruffians. A lady walking home by herself one night would be prey to a few number of them. Lust. One of the 7 deadly sins. The one that the priest personally despised the most. Furrowing his brow in sorrow, the priest laid a hand on her thigh. Rapey vibes! You are safe now, child. God's house is a sanctuary for the faithful. I don't think he'll protect me. He looked at her in confusion. You see, Father, I have sinned again. There, right among the pews before the altar of God, she bowed her head. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him or to someone else? Her hair hid her face and her eyes, and the priest could make neither head nor tail of her. He suddenly realized that his hand was still on her thigh, and he hurriedly drew it away. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest got up. Don't fret, child. You are not to blame. I'll contact the local constable, but in the meantime, you are free to make yourself at home here. I'll fetch you a hot drink. He patted her hand and left to go to the back room. She remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. Creepy vibes. Now that it was the dead of night, the clouds covered the sky. Barely a sliver of moonlight filtered through the stained glass. The girl sat alone in a ring of darkness. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I may say my piece, surely. Yes, yes, mother. But he is so very kind. Child, follow mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow mother's words. But it is cold outside, mother. The rain has not let up. Can't I stay? No. You leave now, and that is final. I will not hear another argument. Fucking throat. I am sorry. Please don't be angry, mother. I understand. I shall leave at once. How am I going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. I, my. You can't be nice once in your life, mother. Okay. My stupid little girl. Always a blight, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? I'm sorry, Mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right, after all. She was always right. Everything was her fault. Her face shook with a mixture of fear and conviction. She had to do penance. Oh God, no. No. Mother, give me strength. There is something I wish to do. The girl rose from the pew. In front of her was the altar, and on top of the altar was an ornately decorated cross. It was as wide as her head, and the tip of the cross had been crafted such that it was oh, no! No! She left the pew, knelt briefly, and then walked over to the altar. Don't tell me. You're quite sure you're doing this? The girl's arms trembled ever so slightly. No! No! What other way is there for me to atone? She picked up the cross. Oh, my darling daughter. Mother. Fuck you, Mother! Fuck you. No! Slowly, she brought the sharp end close to her face, so that it hovered just above her left eye. No! Oh, God. Just fucking plunging it in. Oh, God. And then she... Oh, God. The Star and the Rose. The Star and the Rose. Nice hairdo. You really earned it after you gouged out your own eye. Like the women gouged out your leg. A scruffy young girl in tattered clothes peeked through the open gates of Chateau du Sommier. An afternoon gouter was being held in its gardens. I don't know how to say that. I'm just calling it gouter, and that's final. People from high-class estates strolled around on the manicured gardens, while chatting loudly with one another. There were beautiful ladies clad in silk and velvet, their necks adorned with pearls and jewels. A variety of foods was displayed on the tables. The girl stared at the food. She hadn't eaten properly for the past few days. Are you hungry, my dear? Yes, Mother. Rose girl now. Huh. Interesting. Don't you worry. Mother will provide. No, I'm gonna save. I am going to save. You do not need those high-class foods anyway. They will upset your stomach. Now we've stayed long enough. Let us leave. Surely we can look around for a bit. It's still a little early. There was something else that called to her, other than the party itself. She walked to and fro from the gates, peeking at the crowd despite the urgings of her mother to leave. Just a tiny glance would be enough. Oh, she's so adorable! Ah! The girl smiled at the thought of him. The owner of the chateau, the Marquise de Goule. The girl was drawn to him. He wasn't the same as other people. He seemed different somehow. He was kind to her, and would always hand her food when she delivered flowers. Her heart felt at ease with him. I do not care for him, but I wish you would stop ogling some man like a common whore. I just want to see him, Mother. What for? What good does his presence do you? He makes me feel that there are still good people in the world, Mother. It is hard to say, of course, dear. We do not know the real intentions people have. One can hope that real charity exists. But even good people will always put their needs first. Even your precious Marquis. Don't you think I'm a good person, Mother? Of course, child. You're special. Haven't I raised you as such? I've tried my best, my dearest. Yes, Mother, you keep me right. I love you. The girl stared at her shoes and looked around a bit, hoping for just a glance before she left. And there he was. There was no harm in looking, she reasoned. She would never enter the Marquis's world. Let her heart be filled with hope. He turned his eyes in her direction. Did he smile at her? The girl's heart stopped, and she fell over dead. Did he recognize her? She beamed. My, is this creature deaf as well as dumb? It might be, poor thing. Mademoiselle! A voice called to the rose girl. She gasped. It seemed that someone else had noticed her presence. She turned to leave. No, my dear. Poor little creature, don't run away. Charlotte, she stinks. Don't touch her. Came to crash the party, little urchin. You hungry? Her stomach gave a low grumble. She was always hungry, it seemed, no matter how much or how little she ate. Encouraged by the kindness the Marquis had shown her, the girl approached the woman. She teetered by their table. What are you selling? Look at this poor creature. Is she selling roses? These are all ugly ones, but not as appalling as the rags she is covering herself in. Are you trying your best to be this repulsive? Now don't be mean, Antoinette. Perhaps it's the commoner fashion nowadays. They laughed while gawking at her and her wares. Oh my, she only has one eye. Ghastly, but I can't look away. The other lady nodded her head. Fucking bitches. Like a sideshow attraction, you mean? The freaks at the carnival. She's darling in her own dirty, monstrous way. Maybe we can keep it. Hello, do you want some bread, urchin? Well, speak up. Maybe her tongue is short. Add that to the list of her sterling qualities. Quiet, Antoinette. Come on, don't be shy. Do you want some food? Let us hear you speak. Yes, madam. What? Yes, madam, I would be grateful. One of the ladies clapped in mockery at her reply. Oh, she talks! The ladies handed her the bread, but it was snatched away just before her fingers grazed it. Not before you dance for us first. Ooh, make her do a handstand. I've seen one of those street people do that. Quite marvelous. Now I'd like to see that. This party is getting quite boring. Well, come on, Mabiette. Dance for your food. The girl looked at the beautiful, cruel faces of the women. that look on them. It was burning desire to hurt something simply because they could. She knew that look. Before they touched her and hurt her, they had that burning look in their eyes. "Aw, look at what you did, Claudette. She's shivering like a poor leaf. Poor thing." The lady was laughing as she said those words. "I didn't do anything. She should be grateful we're even offering her this much. Besides, these commoners are supposed to be jolly in their misery." I fucking hate these bitches. "Come on, girl, show us your joy." The girl moved away as they laughed. "Mother, please save me. Mother." Not all people are cruel. "Didn't I tell you to leave, insolent child? Now you call for me. Try to fucking mother. Try to deal with this situation yourself. You have to put yourself in this position anyway. I hope you learn your lesson. Hey there." A child's voice called out from behind her. It belonged to a girl around 7, with chubby cheeks and a look of curiosity in her eyes. She wore an old blue dress, somewhat patched at the corners, but kept clean and tidy. She was not rich, but she had an air as if she owned the ground she stood on. Another commoner. This party is absolutely teeming with them. The Marquis loves these things. Heard he picks them randomly from the street. Maybe I should get me one too. Do you think it is fashionable abroad? In his birth country, I mean? Persia? No, I heard he was from India. I heard a rumor he's a bastard son of a Greek queen. Goodness, that is so far-fetched. I could barely pronounce his name, though. You should really change it to something more acceptable. Who knows what kind of demons he might attract with such a blasphemous name. Aha! It must be why all these nasty, horrid little creatures flock around him. Oh. Devil or not, I'll forgive him if he kisses my hand. The ladies laughed. Fucking bitches. Salope, aren't you shameless? Don't lie, we all know why we're here. The ladies gossiped among themselves, openly ignoring the girl. The young girl took the sliding with a shrug. She approached the table and asserted her presence. "What you doing?" "Goodness, they don't take a hint, do they?" "Throw something shiny, it might distract them." "Hey, you've been holding that bread for a long time. Aren't you gonna give it to her?" She pointed at the shabby rose vendor. "Why do you care? Do you want the bread for yourself? I bet she's hungry too." "I know, maybe you should toss the bread and see if they'll fight for it." The ladies laughed to themselves. The girl stared at them with confusion. Her brows furrowed in a childlike understanding. Next thing everyone knew, she had swiped the bread from the woman's hand. "Oh my! How rude! Horrible, filthy girl, give that back!" The girl sniffed the piece of bread and nibbled at the surface. Yummy, it's still warm. She shoved the bread in the urchin's face. The scrumptious set of bread flooded the rose girl's nose. I like this girl. She is awesome. She's fucking sweet. And she looks completely different even in drawing style. Look at that similarity. I think it's just her rosy cheeks. Oh well. Look at the sugar and butter tastes good. "No, you devil child, give that back." The urchin licked it. Her tongue was coated in sweetness. She stood there, squeezing the taste in her tongue. The girl grinned at her, and she couldn't help but grin back. Sorry, here you go, it's all yours. Ugh, disgusting! Like we're going to eat anything that's been in your filthy mouths. Wow, so this is ours now? You ladies are so nice. Cheeky little brat, I'll have you thrown out of this party. I'll have you! A young man strode to the commotion. A sweet scent lingered as he passed. The rose girl felt her mouth well up. His presence filled her body, almost as if her hunger was abated. She blushed furiously. What a strange effect he had. Ladies. Sire Sire G. Christ, I don't know how to say this. Guillaume? I just came to check in on my esteemed guest. Is everything alright? Are you enjoying yourselves? One of the ladies started fanning herself with obvious annoyance. Well, these little beasts here have been harassing us. Yes, my lord. We were just minding our own business when this girl swiped the food off our table. Horrible little nits. The girl stuck out her tongue at them. A lady wiped her eyes in mock tears. See, look at that. It's absolutely monstrous how these children act around adults now. There's no respect, misery. I worry for the next generation. Oh, Charlotte, don't cry. Well, my lord, you would all breathe a little easier if these children were sent on their way. Yes, who knows what mischief they might be up to. They might set fires to the table, you see? Oh? Or steal our jewelry. In fact, I think my pocket watch is missing. No, how unfortunate. One of the ladies continued her childish wailing. It is, Meseret! It's unfortunate how you allow your important guests to be treated this way. Please deal with these vermin. Throw them out. Oh, my sweet ladies, I'm stricken with grief at your misfortunes. Allow me to offer my heartfelt apologies. Unfortunately, this child is my important guest today, and you are, sad to say, paltry squatters. Oh! Boo! Fucking boo! Excuse me? Madame Charlotte of Montpellier? I don't remember sending you an invite. Same for you, Lady Antoinette of Reims, and Lady Claudette of Lyon. Most people I invite are huge patrons of music. That is why they are here today. They came to listen to Mademoiselle Catherine Louise Perride. She is the 7-year-old piano prodigy who played for the Queen last summer. The man pointed at the girl busy chewing her half of the bread. The rose girl just stared at the unfolding situation. Well, that's... I'm sure you were aware of that, were you not? No matter, I'm always happy to see you, ladies. It is my pleasure to have you here. But I hope you don't mind giving some of the food away to my townspeople. That is why I keep my gates open. My servers are instructed to serve anyone who passes by, not just my guests. But don't you fret, my darlings, there's plenty more to be served. The ladies blushed in embarrassment. One of them began to fan herself even faster. Jeez, I fucking love this guy. He is fucking amazing. Holy crap. He just fucking... Oh god, what is that? Yeah, this legitimately could go on R Murdered by Words. Legitimately. Holy crap. Excuse me. The Marquis walked up to the two girls. Rose Girl's heart beat so fast it made her head feel light and dizzy. She had never been this close to him. It made her feel a mixture of fear and elation. Lady Catherine, your father has been looking for you. It is almost time for your performance. The girl looked up at the Marquis and did a little curtsy. My apologies, sir. I didn't mean to cause a clatter. Guillaume chuckled. I saw the whole thing, ma chérie. You put those ladies in their place. They were being mean to her. Guillaume narrowed his eyes at the quiet girl. She hid behind her basket of roses. She couldn't look at him directly. He was like the sun. It hurt just to be in his presence. Yet there was relief in her heart as he stepped closer to her. I've seen you before, haven't I? The rose girl nodded and made a curtsy. I deliver roses to your house sometimes, sire. Yes, the girl with the sweetest face. The rose girl blushed. Boom! I love your roses, by the way. They stay fresh longer than they should. You've tended to them with love. Thank you, sire. Do you have a name, young lady? What's the matter? It is all right, young lady, if you would rather. Let's call her Rosa. Rosa, it fits her. I think she forgot her name, or she lost it. The Marquis nodded wisely. A valid point. Are you all right with that, Rosa? Yes. Come on, Rosa. You'll watch me play, right? Her eyes darted from the young girl to the Marquis. Oh, Sir Gilly doesn't mind. Gilly? He's really nice to me and my family. And he helps the people around town, too. He won't throw you out. The Marquis held his right hand in the air as if swearing an oath. I won't. See, come on, you're invited now. You're my special guest. There's plenty of food inside too, Rosa. Please help yourself. Thank you, sire. Rosa is coming! Yay! Now this is my first public performance, Rosa. I am a bit nervous. Catherine scratched her head. What will I do if I make a mistake? Papa will be very upset. The Marquis knelt in front of Catherine and rubbed her shoulders fondly. Okay, yeah. You won't make a mistake, Monsieur, as long as you put your heart into the keys. Play to touch your audience, and any mistakes won't matter. Do you understand? Catherine stared at the Marquis. Not really. The man chuckled. You will, someday. Just play your first song with me in your mind, will you? Something that you think will make me smile. Guillaume held Catherine's clear, young eyes in his gaze. He kissed her hand. It was covered with sticky sugar and breadcrumbs. Catherine blushed. It was the first time she looked embarrassed by anything. It would be my pleasure, sir. Catherine trudged up the wooden podium and walked towards the middle of the stage. Well, seems like it is time for me to end this episode. Boom! Cliffhanger! Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I am a dick. Yeah. Cliffhanger. See you guys next time, and have a good day.